I'm sick of the paranormal. Lazy, generic, dog content. They make sure they don't get in the way of the mask. That generic, lazy bull is doing better than people that actually give a shit about the paranormal and not their pockets. Beardos, widows, boss, ghouls, how are you all doing? Today is not a debunking video. Today is it's a rant video. I know. Some of you guys have already clicked off, and that is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. But I've not exactly hidden it recently. I am really, really struggling to make debunking content. You know, the Candlegate thing was fun, but there's still those people like, why are you covering this? We know he's fake. Well, other people don't. It was a bit of fun. The whole community came together. You know, the community had just been told by some people that, hey, you guys ain't on the same page. You guys are all ego and blah, blah, blah. I proved otherwise. There has been a ton of videos created by debunkers, investigators, and viewers. And they're all going to get put into one nice, neat, long video, and we're going to have a bit of fun with it. Because at the end of the day, have we actually debunked it 100% anyone? I don't think so. There's a lot of thought processes, magnets, green stick, but we just don't know because there's nothing in the video for us to say, oh, that is the frame where we can spot the magnet. Just a fact. There are educated guesses. There are a lot of, you know, potentially is this, potentially is that. It favours more this way because of the... I'll get into all of that. But it is now 11:15 on a Monday morning. And I have been trying to make a debunking video of debunks since 8 AM. And I have scrapped 3 videos in total now. I think what will come out is going to be an amalgamation of all the bits that I tried to look at. Because if I open up a video of a team that I want to look at to see if they're real or fake, I see the following. It's a demon. And then there's a scratch in the thumbnail. Demon this, demon that, demon the other. Witches, I was attacked the night I nearly died. Shut the fuck up. You didn't nearly die. You weren't scratched by a demon. In fact, the only ones that get scratched realistically are the twins, and they do it to themselves. So recently, myself and Ghosts on Trent went to Derby Jail, and Richard Felix has put out a video since saying, defending the debunk, because there's a section of the video where a door opens seemingly by itself, but it's been debunked barely by Ghosts on Trent. And I just want to read out a response here. Now, I can't see this, so I don't know if this person has banned me or if the comments have been removed. This comes from a Tony Hancock. Beardo is full of it. His buddy's Ouija got caught faking, and the man couldn't digest it. His eyes are holy, you see. He doesn't debunk, he offers alternative opinions. That's not debunking anything, it's an opinion. But when I say that is masking, when I say that is a string, that is a wire glint, that is a debunk. Or when I say that's a car passing outside, not a demonic growl, that is debunking. Shut your mouth. The rest are jokers. Ignore them, Felix. You've been doing this before they were born. They're experts with no grades or certificates. That should tell you all. Tony Hancock. Richard Felix invited me there as a debunker. Now, nobody has slated Derby Jail. Nobody has got pissed off with Derby Jail because a door slammed and another door opened. We were all as excited as Richard. Richard was as excited as us, perhaps a little bit more. But the cold, hard fact of reality is CCTV showed what we thought may have been something paranormal to be something normal. That is not a slight on the location. That is not a slight on Ghosts on Trent. That is not a slight on me. The truth is the truth, and Richard has asked for me to, you know, have a look to see what I think. I think that Richard slammed the door, and that's what caused the other one to open. He can disagree with that, but he'll be respectful, unlike you, Tony Hancock, who's fucking full of shit because of the Ouija brothers. What? Are you just jealous because we got invited there and you didn't? Frick. This one from Lee Walker. Well, Richard, I watched the footage that Beardo recorded, and in my view, it was not a draft. Beardo wants only to disprove that paranormal activity is non-existent, so it's not surprising that he debunked it. He's a likeable chap, but just because some things can be debunked, it does not prove that ghosts do not exist. There are too many documented events on record that shows the opposite. The Vatican, for example, have hundreds if not thousands of documented case files. They would not collate them if they were fake. Now, there's a problem there, Lee Walker. You're using the Vatican. The Vatican believe in a magical sky fairy that I don't believe in. There is zero proof of God, of angels, of demons. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. There are stories told. Now when it comes to God and religion and stuff, I'm not a religious man. I've never seen God. I've never seen Jesus. I've never seen an angel. Never seen a demon. I did see my great-grandfather as a kid. Therefore, I believe in ghosts. Because I saw one with my own 2 eyes. But even then, I'm skeptical. Had I been told the story of my uncle seeing the same thing, I just don't remember being told it. My aim with this channel is not to prove that ghosts don't exist. It's to prove that I wasn't nuts as a kid. It's to prove that the really bad experience I had with the Ouija board was real. It's to prove that other things that I've had through my life are real. And I document that. But along the way, all of the fakery and the bullshit has absolutely diluted, ruined, and made a mockery of the paranormal. Here's the problem, Lee Walker. You're throwing accusations at me there. It's not surprised that he debunked it. Paul from Ghosts on Trent debunked it and then sent me the footage like, it's been debunked, mate. And I fully 100% agree. My video isn't out. You haven't watched the footage that Beardo recorded because it's still in the editing software. I haven't put that video out. So where did you come up with this little nugget of information? You didn't. You've gone onto Richard's channel to shit stir because you don't like me and try and, he's likeable, but he's wrong. Am I? Because I didn't debunk shit. Dumbass. David Bancroft, Ghosts on Trent have always been attention seekers, period. Have they now? You want to talk about attention seeking? Then go and watch or look at thumbnails. Do they have thumbnails with big scratches down their faces? No. Do they say they were possessed? No. Do they say they nearly died on a weekly basis? No. That's the attention seeking. That's the bullshit. When Ghosts on Trent do a live on occasion, they're not going at people. They're not causing drama with people. They're just discussing the paranormal, their events, their ghostly, their ghost hunts, yet they're attention seeking. It seems that you guys, so desperate to get Richard Felix attention because he invited us and not you, you seem to be the guys starved of attention. Go and ask somebody for a hug. Knobheads. And this is leading me further down this route of I'm sick of the paranormal. Absolutely sick of the paranormal. You've got people like Project Fear, Twin Paranormal, Sam and Colby, Mindseed, whoever. These large channels that are more full of bullshit than the average bear boo-boo. Pumping out content that is absolute tripe. And then people come into my comment sections and say things like Adam PC8DL. I guess there's a fan base for everything. People who like to laugh and people who enjoy something. Then people who like to talk shit. Lol. Lol. Why do people have to use lol to pronunciate? Dickhead. I love the fact that Tubby talks about the camera zoom in like fart sounds are any better. First, Adam, farts are funny. Secondly, yeah, I'm Tubby, but I can lose weight. You were stuck with that fucking face, you moron. Yes, that was toxic, but toxic breeds toxicity. Fuck you. So we look at other things. Things like Dead Cole just giving up on the paranormal. And I can't say that I blame him. Why did he give up the paranormal? Because it's a cesspit. The fakers get bigger and bigger and richer, and the nice guys, the guys who do respectful investigations, the guys that do honest investigations, are told the following. This is shit. Nothing happened. You don't say. If you could go out week after week and capture the paranormal, it wouldn't be the paranormal anymore. It would be the normal, and then it'd be pointless us all doing it, wouldn't it? I've said this before, and I will say it again, and if it upsets people, it upsets people. If your favourite team go out week after week, and every week they produce some form of evidence that could be paranormal, they're lying to you. They are full of shit. 6 visits to 30's Drive I've done. I've had 2 things that maybe I can explain, and one of them I'm starting to question now. The one where it sounded like somebody shifting furniture. Editing my last video, I'm turning about in bed and the noise I'm making sounds suspiciously like that furniture moving. Uh-oh. Doesn't explain the drawer handles moving in my bedroom, but still. One of the big things that seemed to happen, I think I've incidentally debunked while editing a separate video a year later. So when people say, why'd you keep going back there? That's why. Potentially thought I captured something a year later, work out, well, nah, actually I don't think I have. That's why I return to places. That's why repeat visits are needed. You can't say it is or isn't haunted. from walking around the place for 2 hours and then going, oh, nothing fucking happened, I'm going home. It's not how it works. And all you keyboard warriors that are like, nothing happened, nothing happened, nothing happened, do yourself a favour, get off your fat ass, get out there, and go to a haunted whatever. Every town has got their rumoured haunted whatever. Go out there, take all of the equipment, take your phone apps, and see how often it triggers. Because it won't be anywhere near the volume that you see on these idiots' videos. You'll never get a response on key, your REM pod will barely go off, and your K2 is about as much use as a chocolate fireguard. But then, there's this really weird thing where Ghost and Trent are in a church. You know, a sweeping brush falls over and it's like, potentially that could be paranormal. I'm like, ooh, this is exciting. They very rarely get anything. And in the comments, they faked that. What? They faked a sweeping brush falling over. Didn't go to maybe a mouse or a rat or something has dislodged it. They faked that. With no proof, they faked that. The Ouija brothers, they have the same thing happens to numerous teams. A pram comes down the stairs at 30 East Drive. Oh, they faked that. Caught with their pants down. They weren't even filming the pram. They didn't give a shit about the pram. In fact, I messaged Griff while they were out, like, you need to get back there. The pram's gone down the stairs. And Griff's response was, fuck off, I'm eating a curry. They've gone there, they've investigated it. Griff stamped about and jumped about and thumped on the stairs, and people were, why is Griff doing that? That's stupid. Because people were saying it was vibration, so he created vibrations as a large man. He shouldn't have done that, that's bullshit. Alright, so when I did it a year ago, why were you blowing smoke up my ass? Asking for a friend. So the real teams go out, very rarely get anything. When they do, they faked it. And 9 times out of 10, the people that are saying they faked it are fans of people that have been called out by debunkers. And it's like, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Because if I pick friends and if I pick out channels and say, hey, these guys are really cool, they're suddenly in the firing line from fans of people like Tom Buckfast and whoever. People out there fucking raging about, yeah, you've picked on proving demons, you've picked on proving demons, you've done this, you've done that, you've done the other. No, I reported on the truth finally coming out about bone in the wall. And then he had a tantrum. And he lied in his tantrum. And I called him out about his lies in his tantrum. I'm not a criminal bro. How dare you call me a criminal bro? Whilst he does a live stream 2 weeks later saying something like, yeah, if all this doesn't go well, just go back to a life of crime. You're a criminal, bro. Because you've delved into my past and come up with bullshit. Oh, Beardo lied. He said he was a prison officer. Bro. He's an idiot. He was a security guard at Tesco. I've told everyone. Absolutely everyone. I was a security guard at Tesco. For 13 years. I was a security manager for a portion of that, but I was a CCTV operator, but I also did door work on the weekends, and I did special events for councils and stuff like that. I did bailiff work. Not once did I ever say to anyone, hey, I was a prison officer. Grrr, watch me beat you up. It didn't happen. I don't know where you pulled that nugget from. In fact, I think what you actually did was watch a Glasgow Ghost Hunters video where he called you out for shit, and he said he was a prison officer, and then you've put 2 and 2 together, come up with 9 because you're a fucking moron. Dorset Paranormal. Now, I know Chris from Dorset Paranormal and George from Dorset Paranormal very, very well. They have become good friends of mine. And I know Chris has jacked it in 3 times this year. Like, fuck, what's the point? We push it out, nobody watches it. When they do, they complain that nothing happens. If something does happen, we get called fake. I genuinely believe 2 years ago in January, I remember putting out a video. There's a change coming in the paranormal. Things are getting better. The fakers, the fake content creators' views seem to be down. Everyone else's seem to be going up. There's some recognition for debunkers, for real channels, and fuck me if that haven't gone by the wayside. And why has it gone by the wayside? Project Fear, Midwest Ghost Hunter, Omar, insert large YouTube channel. And it's not even the large YouTubers. There are some really small channels that I've found that are emulating the big fakers just for fame and fortune. And I can almost guarantee at some point one of these clowns is gonna blow up, or they'll go and work with some other dickhead faker that'll be like, yeah, look how real they are, bro. No, they're fucking not. They just agree with your bullshit. I love the paranormal. I love watching the real paranormal channels. But it's pointless me reacting and shouting those channels out because I've already shouted them all out. And I don't think they'll get any more growth off me. And when I do those videos, they don't do very well at all. But if I do a video on fucking proving numbnuts and give him a bit of banter and a bit of stick and then he fires back, people would rather watch that. They are not the biggest videos on my channel, the drama videos. They're not. This won't be a bigger video on my channel because it's a rant. It'll do okay, I imagine. But the debunking videos do better. They just do. I can do a top 5, top 10 video every day of the week, and they will do moderately well. But it's the same shit on all of them. I see the same clip on all of them. I mean, look at it. There, that old lady ghost is AI. I've seen it. 6 fingers. Now, I was going to rip Casey a new one, but he actually says I'm just joking. That's actually just AI. But the other clips that he looks at, that is dog shit, as it. And if you really want to know how bad the paranormal world is getting, or has gotten, this video has had 103,000 views. 103,000 views. I could probably add up all of the channels I watch his last videos and they won't equal what this one video has got. I hope people are watching this for comedy. Let's watch this, shall we? That's right. Cuddles, a cuddly fucking bear, getting twatted by a stick by the twat in the chair. 103,000 views. This is effortless. This is fucking lazy. They sit about in their house, faking the shit out of being haunted, minimal editing, put it up for the world to see, and then argue with anyone that calls them out, even though this is blatant as you get fakery. I mean, not only is it blatant fakery, but it's shit.
That Teddy's arms just moved.
Right, where's the movement? So they do this short form content, you zoom it in, and then you can see the mask, because the whole chair doubles up. There's the second chair snapping into frame, and then boom, the base starts to move. That's where the second video snaps on. That generic, lazy bullshit is doing better than people that actually give a shit about the paranormal and not their pockets. It's an absolute fucking joke. And before you come at me with it's just a father and daughter messing about, having fun on the internet, look at this. I'm so concerned for you guys. Please stay prayed up. Those things don't belong here. Why do you got so many foreign people looking at him? I have never seen this many foreign comments on anybody's video. Somebody there believes this crap. Dark shadow moving the bed in slow motion. People believe this. You're the best. They got 100k views and 38 comments. And probably 50% of those are foreign. Different language. 4.5, 2.3. How many likes are on this video? 462. Oh dear, smug puppy. That kind of looks a bit dodgy, mate. So he hasn't earned those by the look of it. I think he's bought them because, look, they sit. But even 4K, 3K, 5.9K, 5.8K, even these 7.8K on the bullshit AI. Mary quite contrary when he changes his face, yet when you look at the same video on TikTok, it shows the filter he uses to do it. This is lazy bullshit. Escalation of a possession. And I mean, is that what they think they look like? I mean, that kind of looks like Keys, except that she's ginger, not got purple hair, but whatever. Does he think he looks like that? You don't. Lazy slop AI thumbnails. This actually looks more like you, to be fair. But this generic, lazy bullshit is getting more views. Right, let's have a look at... let's have a look at my mates in Stafford Paranormal. They got 12k views there. 4.4, 2.8, 1.4, 2.9, 3.4. They're getting less views on average than some dickhead smacking around a teddy bear with a walking stick. It's an embarrassment to the paranormal. The people that go to... they got accused of faking at this charity shop. Somebody was faking there. But it wasn't any of the teams, my opinion. But the teams have asked me my opinion on it, and they know my thought processes on it. But look, they've paid for Shrewsbury Jail there. 1.4k views. They've had to travel to Shrewsbury there. They do the abandons where there's risks, but they've also done some paid locations. I've been to the Ancient Rammen with them, where we paid for the location. They spend money on drones, on the 4K cameras, on fuel and all the rest of it to get upstaged by some scruffy twat and a fucking teddy bear. This is what the paranormal is boiled down to, where good, hard-working, decent people are getting upstaged by people too lazy to leave their own house, faking the shit out of it to get people to feel sorry for them, and on top of that, they're buying views as well. One of the biggest giveaways to bought views is the likes and the dislikes not adding up to the views by any stretch of the imagination, a distinct lack of comments, and then the generic other language comments. Because the way YouTube tends to work is, when your videos are English speaking, you predominantly only attract an English speaking audience. I have a few people that speak different languages comment, and I use the translate button to see what they've said. It's very few and far between, because it's easier for them to go and watch somebody that speaks their language. So yeah, this has been a rant. I am so sick of my YouTube homepage feed being just full of people reacting to an app and a REM pod, or people faking shit in their own homes with no imagination, no originality, getting people to feel sorry for them, and then good hard-working people trying to go out there capturing fuck all week after week after week, then getting accused of fakery for one little thing, or when they debunk something, be like, Beardo did that. Fuck you. Do you think I've got that much control over these channels that are smaller than me? Absolutely not. I know Paul from Ghost on Trent well, and if I told him to do something, he'd tell me to go boil my own head. Yes, me and Paul do discuss the paranormal quite often, and I'll tell you why we discuss it quite often. It's because right now, the paranormal is in the fucking toilet. A lot of you guys watching these fake channels assume that these fake channels love the paranormal. They don't. They love the watch hours, they love the clicks, they love the money. I put out videos very often that don't do very well at all. I tank my own algorithm by doing the shit that a smaller portion of my audience enjoys. For example, the funny clips. Not many people watch them, but I still make them because my core audience enjoy it. That damages my algorithm, but I do it anyway. Shouting out smaller creators, shouting out real teams. Those videos don't do well, but I put them out anyway. Not as often anymore because they tank my channel, and I think I've got to a point where every channel I've shouted out, I've gained as much as they can. If I find someone new, great. But I can't keep shouting out the same channels over and over again because nobody pays attention. Most of my followers, most of my subscribers, most of my community already watch the channels that I watch. It is so disheartening right now. It is so disappointing right now to watch good, hard-working people getting upstaged weekly by liars, bullshit, con artists, and criminals. Do please let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. If you're going to be that guy. Oh, I came here for debunking. All I'm getting is you talking to the camera because you love yourself. Jog the fuck on. Go and watch somebody making a debunking video. It's easier. Much love to you all. Beardo out.
If you're just feeling like crap, all you have to do is ask. Beardo's got your back, and just like that, you get around.